Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margaret and Mary. Cardi B has told us the coronavirus is getting real. And it is. It's getting real out here in these streets. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Margot Evans. I am here by myself. I'm social, social distancing. Mary isn't here. So it's a far distance from each other. She's still in Atlanta. And I'm here by myself. What a difference a week makes, because last week we had guests here. I'll get into that later, but we had guests here. We were sitting close. I mean, we still had social distancing in our vocabulary, but we were all here last week chilling, and this week we all need to be away from each other. So here we are on episode 42 of the Just Being Me podcast. I want to thank you again for tuning into the podcast. Shit is getting real. Shit is really getting real. I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned into the podcast last week. Continue to listen. Spread the word to your friends and family about the podcast. You can find it on Apple. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio, Deezer, and Podcast Addicts. So I'll just go into the weekend review. This is like a really weird 2 weeks, but today is like the weirdest day. So my weekend review, I went to Port Zacal in San Pedro this weekend. My guy and I just wanted to get out and do some things, and we wanted some seafood, so we went out there and not really thinking, right now there's a call to order for all restaurants to be closed, stores, everything to be closed. So I didn't even think about that it wouldn't be open. And it was open, and we had a really good time. We ate some shrimp and some crab and some fries, and it was good. Whatever we ate. And it wasn't as crowded as it usually is. The guy had told us, some fish. We had some tilapia. It wasn't as crowded as it usually is on a Sunday we went. He said because of all of the COVID-19, people social distancing and people thinking that it was going to be closed. So we came at a great time. I also got some rest with work. It was just a really weird week this week, Monday through Wednesday. It was super duper quiet. It was, I didn't have too many people emailing me or calling me this week. It just felt weird. I know last week, because where I work, I oversee the Bay Area of my company. And so that's Oakland and San Francisco and San Jose that I oversee, they got the notice to, and I can never remember what the name of it is, where they had to. Ours is called Safer at Home. Theirs is something in place. I don't know. I'm too confused. All these new terms and words. I'm sorry. I can't. I'll think about it in a minute. Anyway, so they had to stay home. They were on complete lockdown. Oakland, San Francisco, and most parts of San Jose, they were on complete lockdown. And it was announced. I don't remember the date, but say it was announced during the day, and it was at like end of business that day. Everybody had to shut down, and there was no moving around or anything in those cities. So it was just really weird. So the anxiety that I had while I was at work, I had people still coughing and still coming to work, and just people being sick. I don't know if they were sick from coronavirus, but I think that they were just maybe had a cold or they're overcoming a cold. But just to hear people coughing and just seeing all this stuff around me, it was giving me anxiety. So I asked if I can work from home on Thursday and Friday. So I did that today. Today's Thursday. And I thought I was going to be, kind of on a chill mode so I can kind of like get some work done, but also kind of like free my mind because of all this stuff that's happening. And that didn't happen because we ended up closing a lot of our stores yesterday by close of business. So that just made my email and phone ring off the hook today because it was just so much stuff going on. Anyway, I got through that. And then tonight, we heard on the news that we meaning California, Los Angeles, Long Beach, wherever we are, all of y'all, we got the order to be at home, lockdown, safer at home, they call it here. So we are all on lockdown, and we only could go out for essential reasons. Let me see. I'm kind of looking it up right now because I did get a text message from our mayor to tell us what was happening. They've been keeping us updated via text message and news, of course. Mayor Garcetti, it's called Safer at Home emergency order, ordering all residents of the city of Los Angeles to stay inside their residence and immediately limit all non-essential movement. I'm in Long Beach, but I tried to say I'm in Long Beach, but it's the same thing all over. It's California. It's not just LA. It's in California. I watched a little bit of the coverage on the news today, and they are doing the same thing that the Bay Area did, but they're going to enforce it, but because we have so many people who live in the city of Los Angeles, it'll be so hard for law enforcement to really police all of these people and be like, okay, well, you're walking down the street, why? Or you're driving, why? So they're ordering it. It is mandated, but they're not going to be super strict. They're just trying to what they're saying. I don't know. I am at a loss for words when it comes to this coronavirus thing, the whole situation. I mean, there are so many conspiracy theories out here that it's crazy. But anyway, so it's a safer at home emergency order calling on residents of the city of Los Angeles to stay in their residence and limit all activities outside of their homes beyond what is absolutely necessary for essential tasks. So what they are stating is an essential task is securing food and health, safety, medical necessity, as well as caring for children, elder adults, family, friends, and people with disabilities. Many establishments not covered in previous orders, including clothing or some other retail stores, are ordered to cease operations that require in person attendance by workers at a workplace. So that's the order that we did. We closed our stores yesterday with the feeling that this was going to come down soon. Not this soon, but it came down. So they don't want stores to be open. A lot of like Nordstrom's and Macy's, my favorite store, Torrid, all of them closed down yesterday as well, or day before yesterday, just because they want us to have social distancing, and they want to cut down as many people that could possibly contract the COVID-19 coronavirus or what have you. So they are saying this order takes effect Thursday, March 19, 2020 at 11:59. However, it shall be exempt until Friday, March 20, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. to allow employees and business owners to access their workplace to gather their belongings or address other administrative needs, so long as social distancing requirements are followed. Such workplaces shall remain closed to the public in accordance with the order. So that is what is going down here in the city of Angels. I don't know. I have been doing a whole lot of videos and posting memes and all of that. But when I really think about it, the whole situation is just like really, I don't know. It makes me feel, it gives me anxiety, and it makes me feel like something's happening, and I don't know what it is, other than I am a skeptic by nature, if that is something, but I am skeptical. I do try to make light of the situation so I won't have to really think about it. But when I turned on my microphone to do this podcast, it really like kind of hit me, and I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm 47, and I don't ever remember having to be locked down in my home because of a disease, a virus. I do remember the riots that we had when Rodney King had got beaten by the LAPD, and they didn't want everybody to be out because of the riots, and we were kind of on a lockdown per se at that time, but we could still. No, because I was working at a retail store, so we closed because it was rioting. But it wasn't a long period of time, and I didn't feel anxiety behind that. I just knew something was happening, and they were just trying to keep people safe because they were beating people up and stealing stuff out of stores and looting and all this other stuff. So it was kind of understandable, and I didn't take it, any kind of way. But this right here, all jokes aside, because there are some really funny things that's going on right now in social media. I mean, comics are having a great time. I hope we are all writing while we're on this COVID-19 lockdown, because there are some very funny things that's going on the internet. But then when I really step back and think about it, it's sad. It's something that is happening, and we have no control over it. We are at the mercy of our government to lead us. I don't know, exactly if they even know what the heck is happening. I listened to that guy in the White House. I'm not a news person. I can't stand to watch the news, but for the past week, I have been watching nothing but the news in the morning before I would go to work. And then when I get home, and I'm watching it on the computer and at work, and watching the guy in the White House talk, and the way that he sounds is just really irritates me because he's not, to me, this is my opinion, he's not a leader. He's not somebody that, with this situation going on, I would say, yes, I'm going to listen to this guy to lead me. I mean, he is the worst. He is the worst. I'm sorry. If you're a Trump fan, that's good for you. But he's just the worst. I wish that Obama was here to be our leader of the free nations at this time, because I think I would feel more safe. I would feel more comfortable. I feel that Obama is a person that would had led us or lead us in the right direction. When I hear the guy from the White House talk, he just repeats himself, and then he throws blame on people, and he says all this other just no reason, just stuff that he says. It just has no rhyme, no reason. You just talking because somebody tweeted this, somebody said this, they said that, but I said this. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? We are at a crisis right now where we are asked to be ordered to be locked down in our homes, and you over here going back and forth. Like, I don't even, his words go in one of my ears and out the other fucking ear. So that's why I can't even repeat verbatim what this fool, y'all president was saying. It's just so irritating. But I had to listen to it just to get the gist of what's going on. So I mean, he was on and he was talking, so it is what it is. I am working from home. Glad tomorrow is Friday, so one more day. This order just came down today, so I know there'll be a lot of phone calls and emails and just stuff happening tomorrow, because we're not supposed to report to work tomorrow. I'm not reporting to work tomorrow, but I will be working from home. So that is that. I do want to thank the guest that did come on to the show last week. It was Garrett Ulrich. He is a comedian. He was scheduled to be on my show. Oh, that's what happened last week. Oh, okay. My mind is not really here. So last week we did have our final Hey Y'all comedy show before everything had got shut down on last Saturday. Garrett Ulrich was scheduled to be one of the comics in that show, but he ended up not being sick, but his throat was sore, and he left work early on that Friday, so he didn't feel comfortable, and he didn't want to spread his sore throat or whatever was happening with him with the other comics, because we do have to speak all on the same microphone. So kudos to him. I'm glad that I'm hope that he's fine. So he didn't come. And then the rest of my comics did show up. I did touch base with them after I had spoke to Garrett to make sure that they felt comfortable, because we were still on social distancing, and everybody's hearing this word of social distancing, and you shouldn't be in an establishment with more than, at that time it was more than 200 people, excuse me. And then when it came to that Saturday, it was like when they said 50 people. So I'm like, okay, well, my shows usually is between like 50 to 60 people, but I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to be that many people in that room, which it wasn't. We had about 30 people that had came out and supported us. So the show was great. We had our headliner was the funny lady, Yvette, and all the comics were very awesome. It was a really good show. I was so happy. Even with the smaller crowd, the crowd was awesome. Like, sometimes you can have a full house and crowd's not great. I mean, I won't even say the crowd's not great. Maybe we're not great. I don't know. But sometimes the feeling, the mood is just not going together. The comics and the audience are not meshing together and just creating this awesome feeling. Well, last Saturday at the Federal Underground in Long Beach, the comics and the audience came together and they created just this wonderful, awesome show. Everybody flowed. The audience were laughing hysterically. They were having a good time. They had social distancing amongst each other because it wasn't that many people there. So they were able to sit tables away from each other. And then, if they came in groups of people and they wanted to sit next to each other because they were probably in a car with each other, they were okay sitting next to each other. But the other groups of people were sporadically placed throughout the venue. So it was awesome. I want to thank all of my comics that came out and just graced my stage. All of y'all was dope. All of y'all got up there. You did your thing. And I really do appreciate you coming out. Dana was on that show. She had came and did the podcast with us about 2 weeks ago now. She was on that show. She did awesome. There was a lot of coronavirus jokes, of course. It was like I said, as a comic, we just have a lot of material now that's just been placed at our feet with this coronavirus situation, especially with the toilet paper and water. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I'll keep saying I don't get it because you need toilet paper when you're at home. So when you purchase a roll, the rolls of toilet paper, that is for your home usage. So I don't understand why people are hoarding mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds of toilet paper for a space that you have a shower and you have a bathtub sometimes, a shower and a bathtub where you can wash your ass. I don't condone like, okay, well, everybody just wash your ass after you take a shit. But if you ran out of toilet paper, wouldn't nobody know unless you told them that you washed your ass when you took a shit? Like, that's your own private stuff. Like, it's between you, that washcloth, the mirror, and that's it. And the four walls, that's in your bathroom. Like, you don't have to tell anybody how you cleaned your ass. Your ass will be even more cleaner if you just washed it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I did end up going today to the Dollar Tree to get me some toilet paper because y'all making me feel like I need to get some toilet paper. I have toilet paper. I don't have mounds and mounds of toilet paper, but just my regular supply of toilet paper that I got about 3-4 weeks ago, and it's down to the last 2 packs, but it's the big Costco pack, so down to the last packs, and I feel like that we would make it. But now, since we are on lockdown, we could still go to the store, but what happened? What had happened was we seen a neighbor of ours, and she had toilet paper, and we know that there's toilet paper nowhere. So we asked her where she got it from, and she said she went to the Dollar Tree. So we heard that. We went to the Dollar Tree, and we got us some toilet paper. So we got some backup toilet paper just in case. But if we didn't find it, it would have been fine. It definitely would have been fine for me because I would have washed my ass. I just would have washed my ass. I have wipes. It wouldn't have been a problem. Okay. It wouldn't have been a problem. So, but I got some. So, and then we ended up getting my daughter-in-law some toilet paper, and people who said they needed some toilet paper, we can grab some for them too. So everybody's good. Everybody's butt will be fine for a couple of weeks, hopefully. If not, just jump your ass in the shower. And then Governor Newsom said that you guys don't have to fight over water because the tap water is fine. It's good and it's great. And it probably is. And I'm sure it is because I use it for my coffee in the morning. So stop fighting over water. This is not Shout out to Flint, Michigan. I mean, but at least we have running water. So, worst case scenario, you put your glass underneath the water and you drop a couple of ice cubes in there and you get your damn drink of water. Not it's not that serious. It's not that serious. And like I said, I am a skeptic, so I'm like, well, maybe they're putting something in the water and they try to make us drink the water. No, it's fine. It's fine. If you run out of water and you get thirsty, just break down and get you some water. Get a filter or something. It's not that serious, people. That's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. So, I didn't even put any music on for my weekend. Okay, let's try news. Today in news. Okay, so before all of this had happened, I had planned some different news stuff because I didn't want to bombard everybody with coronavirus talk because that's all that we hear right now. It's all over social media, it's all over the news, it's everywhere you go, but it is what it is. So I did find a couple of stories that were not coronavirus related. Well, some were. So this first story is about Magic City in Atlanta and other strip clubs in the area have closed until further notice because of the coronavirus. The strippers don't have social distancing because they're all up on the dude or the woman. So they have closed down. So men, you gotta go get your grind on with your girls now, cause I mean your woman, your wife, or whatever, cause the strippers they need to quarantine too. So you got to get your girl and have her put on her stripper heels and do what she do for you, or you just have to wait a couple of months. I don't know. It's not that serious. I seen it was a Facebook post. I mean, I'm telling you, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all of them are just coming up with so many memes and jokes. It was Facebook. One of the posts said that guys are finding out that the big booty girl that they was with, or they left they original girl for, can't cook because now they're quarantined together, and all she has is a big ass, and she don't know how to cook. ah, so a rapper Eric B. You remember Rakim and Eric B. His daughter passed away. She was in a car accident this week. She was only 20 years old. It was a truck that ran over her car, and she was killed. So, shouts out to rapper Eric B. Rest in heaven to your daughter. She was only 20 years old. So that right there is just devastating. So blessings to you and your family. Condolences to you and your family. Floyd Mayweather's uncle and trainer Roger Mayweather also passed away this week at age 58. He had complications to diabetes. So I would like to say rest in peace to him as well. I know when Mayweather would train, like I would watch, like back in the day, I think when there was like HBO or whatever, and they would show different clips right before they would fight, and I know the uncle would always be there. Um, so that was cool, seeing him and their relationship. So rest in heaven to you as well. Let me see. So with the coronavirus situation going on right now, they have suspended all like evictions. So if you're going through an eviction, or if you were about to get evicted, or you may not be working right now and you need to You don't have enough money to pay your rent. Well, they have suspended all evictions. Um, so that won't be happening. And I wanted to play this. This is by Sharice Monroe. She is the daughter of a pastor of my guy's pastor. Her name is Sharice Monroe. So she was giving out some tips, and I thought that was very informational for you guys to hear. So hold on. Okay, play.
Hello, Facebook. Hello, everyone. Just wanted to come on here to offer some assistance to everyone. Um, Most likely, you fall within one of two categories. Either you are a homeowner, or B, you rent your place to live. And so I just wanted to offer some assistance to everyone. I have some very valuable information that may relieve some stress for everyone and help everyone out during these times. So, the first thing that I want to make you aware of is effective immediately, all foreclosures and evictions will not occur. The government basically has placed what we call a moratorium on those items. So you do not have to worry about losing your home right now or being evicted if your income is being affected by COVID 19. So, again, if you are one of the ones that's being affected by COVID 19 and you're going to have a loss of income, or you have already had a loss of income, and you're worried about how you're going to pay your rent, and oh, if I don't pay my rent, I could possibly be affected and be evicted. You don't have to worry about that. So please spread the word effective today. No evictions or foreclosures will be allowed until May 17th, 2020. If you want to get more information about these, just go to my Facebook page. I think I attached something there with a link. You can get a little bit more information about that. So, again, the first thing that I wanted to let everybody know is there will be no foreclosing of homes and no evictions from now until May 17th, 2020. The date may be extended depending on how long this COVID 19 thing goes. Now, let me say something. This in no wise is advisement for you not to pay your rent or your mortgage payment. This is for people that are truly being affected by COVID 19. I don't want this information to be taken as everybody just stop paying your rent, everybody just stop paying your mortgage payment. That's not what this is for. This is for people that are being affected by COVID 19. Then you do not have to worry about your home being foreclosed on, or you don't have to be worrying about you getting evicted. If you want to get more information about that, just go to my Facebook page. I've already posted a link to give you information on that. Number two, this is something that's really, really interesting and great, I thought. That is, there was a bill that was introduced on yesterday, well, actually not yesterday, on Tuesday, to protect Americans' credit scores. So I'll be posting more information about this, but basically the U.S. Senate introduced this legislation on Tuesday to minimize the adverse impact of the novel COVID 19 outbreak on Americans' credit. So basically, this would institute an immediate 4-month moratorium, meaning stop, on all negative credit reporting, with extended protections for people who face lasting financial hardship from the outbreak. It will also provide free unlimited credit reports and credit scores for a year after the end of the crisis, and would extend the same protections to people impacted by future major disasters. So basically, what's happening here is there's a bill that was just introduced, and if it passes, what's going to happen is everybody's credit report is going to be protected. At least for 4 months or more, the credit bureaus will not be allowed to report negative information on your credit report. This is amazing because I know that this has to be a lot of people's concerns of, this COVID-19 could affect your income, and you may have to prioritize what bills you're going to pay and what bills you're not going to pay. And some of the credit cards or car payments or whatever you have may have to go lacking. You may have to pay them late. Well, guess what? The government is looking out for you. And I know, Jeff, I wish they could wipe mine out too. The government is looking out for you, and they're going to protect your credit if this passes. So I'll post some more information about this one as well. The next thing that I have for you, which I thought was pretty awesome, is Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Usually you have to be 21 years of age to rent a car from them. They have just now reduced the age down to 18 years old. Don't know who that's going to help, because a lot of us are not supposed to be out driving right now out on the street if you can help it. But that's helpful information that they have reduced the age required for rentals down to 18. Next, T-Mobile is offering unlimited data. Unlimited data for T-Mobile users. The next thing, AT&T. If you have AT&T, they're suspending disconnections. And also Verizon is doing a similar thing. So whoever your cell phone company is, you need to go ahead and reach out to them. If you have AT&T, Verizon, or T-Mobile, it looks like all of them are offering programs to help. Most people know, but if you don't, Spectrum is offering 60 days free internet. That's 60 days free internet. So check that out. And then Southern California Gas Company, if you happen to get behind on your gas bill because of COVID-19, they will not be doing any disruptions. And then the last one is Southern California Edison. Southern California Edison will not be doing any disconnects due to people not being able to pay their bill during this time. So hopefully this information was of value to you. I just need you to do one little small thing for me, and that is share this video, or if you could just by word of mouth let people know. There's a lot of people that are worried right now about either A, how they're going to pay their mortgage bill, their mortgage payment, 2, how they're going to pay their rent, 3, how they're going to keep the lights on, 4, how they're going to keep the gas on, 5, how they're going to have internet inside of the house because they have their kids at home, and how they're going to keep their cell phones on. This video has offered valuable solutions to all of those concerns, as these companies have stepped up to offer assistance to everyone. So again, please share this video, or if you don't want to share the video, just share the information so that people will know that they're not going to get evicted during this time. They're not going to get foreclosed on this time. No lights or gas will be shut off. Cell phones are going to remain on. And they are able to rent a car, well, actually, if they're younger and they're not 21 years of age yet, so 18 and 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds will be able to rent cars from Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I'm sure there's other restrictions. They may ask for a credit card or debit card or whatever. So hopefully this information has been helpful. As I receive additional information on how other companies are planning on helping, I will pass that along to you. But I do encourage all homeowners to get on the phone right now and call your mortgage company. Do not wait until you are going to be 30 days late. Just go ahead and give them a call right now. They are already prepared to take your call and discuss with you the possibility of postponing mortgage payments. Yes, I said it, postponing mortgage payments. Some of the mortgage companies are offering 12-month deferment on mortgage payments. That means you would not have to make your mortgage payment for 12 months if you qualify. And then what they're going to do, some of them will place the mortgage payments on the back of the loan. Some of them are doing 6 months. Each mortgage company will be different. So I encourage you to contact your mortgage company and find out if you qualify for that, if you are being affected by COVID-19. So if there's anything that I can do for you, if there's any questions that I can answer for you related to mortgages, related to what you should do if you're currently renting right now, please give me a call, or you can send me a DM, or you can send me a message on my Facebook page. I am available to assist any way that I can. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
That was awesome information, and I will put her information in the description box. Her name is Sherece Monroe, Shereeci Monroe. M as in Mary, M as in Mary, O, N as in Nancy, ROE. And again, I will put that information in our description box because that was some valid information that she provided us, and she says she's going to put more information on her website. She does real estate, so this is why she was really informed about the mortgages and the rent and the utility situation. So if you want more information, you can definitely go onto her page. Like she said, she's available to speak to anyone about what's going on. So I really appreciate that. I wanted to, let me see. Oh, the White House, the guy in the White House was talking on one of the conferences or whatever they call them. I'm really not a news person or a political person, so please excuse me if I don't know the terms. Sorry. But one of the speeches he was saying that I was listening to at work, they were talking about making immediate cash payments to those of us who have been displaced from work due to this whole virus thing. And then I don't know who said, someone threw out the number $1,000. I'm like, well, that isn't enough for people who are hourly workers, who are not being paid during this time at all. They may be exhausted all of their vacation and their sick time. $1,000 doesn't even cover rent in Los Angeles anywhere. I mean, you would really have to be living in a I can't even say barely a single in Los Angeles for your rent to be just $1,000. They need to give at the very least $1,500. That would probably cover somebody's rent. But then it was the number of 4,500 was thrown around. And I was like, well, okay, well, that would pay for individuals' rent. It would pay their utilities, their car notes, their cell phones and stuff like that. That'll help. That's like a nice number to say, okay, it took care of me for the month. And hopefully we won't be on lockdown status more than a month. But if $4,500, $5,000 in a household would help. And now I seen something else today when they were talking about the lockdown. They were talking about if you're single, 500, and if your kids is 300. I was like, okay, now we can't break that down like that. Now, I think that if you have kids, you definitely should get a little more because you have the children. But don't say a single person without kids should only get $500. That's not going to help anything. That $500, what is that going to do? That's nothing. That's a car note. That's one thing. What about the other things that, people are going to be out of? So I don't know. They need to figure out a number. I don't think they should base it on kids. I should think they should base it on the working people that are in the house, and maybe about what they would bring home on a regular monthly basis, and base it on that. That's the income they were out that they would have had if they worked. Not based off of if you're single, if you had kids. If you make a certain amount of money each month and it's a husband and a wife, then that monthly income after taxes should be what the government would be offering. That's what I think. So that's my 2 cents. So let's see. Oh, so I was browsing the internet, and I came across a story on the Shade Room, and it was in the story is named "Someone Kept a Cough Log at Their Job," and Twitter says it's time for Kiki to go home. I thought this was cute. Me being in human resources, I found this to be very hilarious. So on the Shade Room, they have like a whiteboard, and it says cough log, and it says Roe didn't cough at all. Gates coughed 3 times. It's like tally. They did a tally. The tick marks. Norwood coughed twice. Glenn coughed 6 times. Pat coughed once. Britt coughed 3 times. Mel 1. Chris 3. Bledsoe 1. Taylor 7. And Ann 3. But Kiki coughed 11 times. So Kiki gotta go home. And then they created all of these memes on memes on Instagram. It says gone, like they have what's her name, Lisa Simpson. She has like on her little headset on like she at work, and it said "Go log out for me, Kiki." Like her boss came up to her and said, "Go on and log out for me, Kiki." And then another one says Kiki needs a quarantine. Taylor and Glenn, you're on notice, because they were the next 2 that had the most tick marks. And another one said nobody, coronavirus. Kiki, do you love me? Are you writing? Another one said Kiki is faking. She just wanted to go home. I thought that was so hilarious, because that is the main reason why I wanted to work from home. Like I said earlier, is because people were coughing and sneezing, and you can't even do that. Like, you can't even cough or sneeze. It could be like a regular cough and a regular sneeze, and people were regular coughing and regular sneezing, but then they felt that they had to explain that cough. Oh no, it's because of my allergies. Oh no, it's because of the, oh no, it was like overwhelming. It was just like, okay, just cough. I don't really care. But I know that there were people who had been sick, and then they had came back to work, and they were still coughing, and I was like, I'm just gonna close my door and quarantine myself in my office. Like, if you need me, you can come knock on the door. Other than that, my door is closed. That's how I was working all this week, because I just didn't want to. A lot of sanitizer, lot of Lysol spray, lot of washing of the hands. My hands were very dry. I had to keep them moisturized because I washed them. I mean, I wash my hands a long period of time anyway, because I'm hypochondriac. I'm all these things. I'm skeptical. I'm a hypochondriac, and I just need to get stuff off of my hands, and I always think something is on there anyway. So, it wasn't new to me. So that means I went to the extra extreme. So the water is like super hot, as my hands can possibly take it, with soap. And then instead of twice washing, I'll put the soap on, and then I lather it up, rinse, and then soap again. That's a regular wash. Lather it up and rinse. But Corona wash is 3 pumps, and it's 3 rinse and wash. So my hands were very dry. And then, okay, wait, let me just say, when I really realized, other than today, no, I actually really realized today, other than them telling us that we was on lockdown, I realized the shit is real, is when I went by my nail shop, because I was going to CVS to see if they had some toilet paper, because my guy had just came from there, and he said they just put some toilet paper out. He's like, let's go get like 2 rolls of toilet paper. They just put some out. Well, we drove around the corner to CVS, and as I passed my nail shop, which is in the same little shopping mall as CVS, and I noticed that my nail shop was closed. A tear really almost dropped from my eye because I know social distancing. I know we're not supposed to be all up on each other, but I didn't really realize that the nail shop was going to be closed. I was like, whoa, the nail shop. I looked at my hand. I was like, I got one more week. One more week. Oh my God. I can't. Barely. Like, I'm on half a week right now. Like, I would have went and got not a feel, but I wouldn't got it because I don't have nails. I have a gel set on my regular nails, and then I have gel on my feet. My feet, because I have gel, are fine. They're gonna last. They're gonna last through the coronavirus situation. But my nails, oh my God, I hate to see them. Ugh. So shit just really got real. Coronavirus got real when I noticed that my nails are gonna have to last until the shit is back up. And it's gel, and I can't even take the shit off, so it's gonna look horrible. But it don't matter, you know why? Because we on lockdown. Ain't nobody gonna see my ass anyway, right? Okay, so I think that's it for the news. That's all I have. Yeah. That's all I have. Let me see. So, I don't know. My bullshit and beauty. Let me turn on some music for bullshit and beauty. Bullshit and beauty. So, the bullshit is that we on lockdown. Now, I'm going to be honest. When the Bay Area got the word that they were going to be locked down, I was like, damn, that shit's tight. Like, I can't wait till we're locked down. That seems like heaven. Like, a lockdown? Like, we can't go to work or nothing? We could just be at the house? Like, I have enough food in my home to last me like a couple of weeks, so I'm good. I liked the idea, and today was my first day, like I said, that I worked from home voluntarily, and it was super busy. Like, I woke up at 9. That was the only plus. Like, I usually have to be to work at 8, but I slept hella good this morning, like hella good, and I woke up. I knew I was sleeping good because I was like, I'm feeling too good. I know it's way past 8 o'clock. And when I looked at the clock, it was 9 o'clock. I said, okay, bitch, you working from home, but you need to be up at 8. So logged in, and of course I had my emails, and I have weekly phone calls with my centers, and the first one was at 9 o'clock. So thank God he woke me up at 9 o'clock. Like nothing happened. Hello, I'm here. But it was really busy. It was really, really busy. And again, it was because we closed our stores yesterday at close of business. So, the people who were left to work, which were the administrative staff, they were questions that needed to be answered. So that made it busy. Now that we are on Safer at Home, that means that nobody is working. So tomorrow is Friday, and I know that because we can go to work tomorrow, but really officially midnight Friday, or wow, right? Everybody locked down on the weekend. Ain't that great? So we'll have a weekend, and so Monday will be official that nobody's at work. So we'll see how it is. But that's bullshit that we have to be on lockdown. When somebody tells you have to do something, it's kind of not good. From afar, like the grass was greener when it was in the Bay Area. I was like, damn, that's tight. They cool. They ain't gotta work. But now that the shit is over here, that shit ain't green. Shit is brown as hell. I'm like, okay, like who's gonna get on whose nerves first? I'll probably get on my guy's nerves first, because when I get cabin fever, I get really talkative. I come up with a lot of ideas too. That's why we've been posting a lot of videos. And you should check out my Facebook and my Instagram, because we've put out a couple of videos around this coronavirus stuff. Yeah, so he's probably gonna get tired of recording me and be like, "Look, I brought you this stand for your camera, so you need to figure it out. Just because you off of work, don't be trying to work me." I could just see it. Oh God, y'all, us people that's in relationships, and now we all have to be in the same space at the same time, is really gonna be a test. It's gonna be a test. I mean, because we go to work during the day, Monday through Friday. We're at work. We're away from our spouses, our significant others, and then we come home and we talk about work or what happened, whatever. We eat, we watch TV, we go to bed, we get up, and we're out of each other's hair. Now we're just gonna be here. We're just gonna be here, all in each other's face. So there was a joke that was given to me, and I did do it last week on our show. They said, okay, so we all going to be quarantined. So that means around, September, October, November, or October, November, December. Women are going to be popping out babies because we're quarantined together. And so, I mean, unless you're practicing social distancing with your mate, I don't see why you would do that. But some things may happen. Some things may pop out at the end of the year, and they will be called the coronials, like the millennials. I thought that was so funny. And then when they are teenagers, they will be called the quarantines. I think that was so funny. Or this one. Yeah, we laugh. Shout out to Gina Rose. She gave me that one, and her friend that was on her Facebook page, Steve. They were making jokes, and I asked her, did she come up with that? And she said, yeah. I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna say that one on stage, and I did, and we got a laugh, and I recorded it, and I'm going to send it to Gina so she can see it. I thought that was hilarious. So, yeah, that's the bullshit that we're on lockdown. But the beauty is, some of y'all might be having some kids at the end of the year. Some of y'all might have some babies at the end of the year. It won't be me, though. It won't be me, because y'all are at home cutting up with these kids being out of school. Y'all need to make sure y'all take care of y'all teachers, because obviously they are doing a great job keeping them kids up out of your hair. And now that they at home, oh my God, you guys are all over social media just like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Oh my God, my kids. So, they're yours. Enjoy. So that is, the beauty. So the beauty of it is that we actually can be together. We actually, I have seen some very beautiful, Facebook posts and Instagram posts, which is families being together, and they're enjoying themselves, the kids, the parents, the couples, the husbands and the wives, and, just enjoying each other. It's forcing us to be together, and it has been some very loving posts on there with people just enjoying each other, doing all of these dance challenges together because you're together. So, come on, it's TikTok stuff. And it's great, and it's good to see, and it does help us in the world to just keep smiling in the midst of all of this bullshit. So, keep it up, y'all. Let's just ride the corona wave and get through it. I don't have any announcements because I don't have any shows. Don't have any shows. All the shows have been canceled, postponed, pushed back, all of that good stuff. So, I'm going to take this time to do some other things. I'm going to dedicate some time to start writing again so I can get some new jokes out. Not all Corona jokes, but I do have some stuff written here that I want to work on. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you all again for tuning in to the Just Being Me podcast. This is episode 42. Mary will be back on next week. She's coming back this weekend. But because we will be on lockdown, I doubt if she'll be here. So we'll be back next week. Well, I'll be back next week, and maybe we can figure out a way that she can do it from home. Other than that, thank you so much for supporting the Just Being Me podcast. Margot Evans, is still living, still loving, and always laughing. Until next time, my friends, stay safe. Keep your hands clean. Wash your ass if you don't have TP. Peace.